It's called America's Rifle, or the Modern Sporting Rifle if you prefer, MSRs. Most of them are derived from the AR-15 platform, and you can do so much with them. But you know, it's just a part of our history. Almost all of our sporting guns came originally from military guns. That's the story here, and we're going to tell you all about it right now.
Battle rifles. These three rifles right here basically represent 50 or 60 year period of the United States military rifle, starting with an 03 Springfield.
Well, this is a Smith Corona 1903 A3 Springfield made in the early days of World War II. It was basically the final version of the 1903 Springfield.
After the bolt action guns, which were all developed in the late 1800s, the concept was to let's go ahead and build semi-automatics to get faster rates of fire and not give up the power. So the next rifle we had after that was the good old Garand that we all know. Not only did it still chamber the 30-06 cartridge, which was extremely powerful, it had a rapid rate of fire and actually used clips.
Yes, it used an 8-shot end-block clip, which was loaded into the top into the magazine.
The military always used competition as a way of training and as a way of teaching.
These days is used in a couple of different types of competition. First, there is a vintage Garand match, and there's also service rifle competition.
Well, an interesting development out of the Garand when it was for war use was to build the gun so it would accept a detachable box magazine. That was all the rage at that point, and we needed to get more rounds in the gun. And that developed into what we all know as the M14, which is the full auto version. This is an M1A built by Springfield Armory. This one actually isn't a service rifle legal gun, but this is basically the platform that was replaced by the M16 AR-15 platform.
Not only can they be used in service rifle competition, but Springfield Armory has sponsored an event at the national matches, specially designed for shooting
just for the M1As.
The M1A.
I had something to do with that, and I shot the very first one of those, not knowing what I was going to get into, and that's really was my introduction to high-power rifle shooting other than just the local level. It's way more satisfying than you would think to be able to get a good series of hits at 600.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, the M1A event, we shot all at 300.
Right.
And there, I was just glad to get all my hits standing, because I'm not a good shot like you guys are. So it's amazing the capability of these old battle rifles.
The bullpup design has become popular in the military, and now there's one we can own.
When you talk MSRs, you gotta talk bullpup. I mean, this comes from a military design, like most MSRs. This one is the KelTec RFB, shooting 308. Look how short this package is. Now this is a close quarters gun, right? That's the advantage of a bullpup. It lets you have a shorter gun, much smaller package, because the action is back here. You still have a legal 16-inch barrel, 16.5-inch barrel. Interesting thing about this particular gun, the rounds actually eject out of the front right here. Let's just shoot it and show you what it looks like. Woo! And that's a 308 bullpup.
What you call your modern sporting rifle can be used as a weapon against gun owners. Hey, let's take just a minute to talk about the language we use when we describe our rifles. You'll hear the term assault rifle, assault weapon, MSR, AR-15. What are all those things? Well, assault rifle has a very specific definition. The military uses assault rifles. That's a gun that is select fire and it's semi-automatic or full automatic. This is not one of those. This is simply semi-automatic. This is an MSR, a modern sporting rifle. So what about this term assault weapon? Well, that's a term created by politicians. There's no definition. It doesn't actually exist. And if you have a term without a definition, you can include as many guns as you want in there that you want to ban. So do yourself a favor. Quit using the term assault weapon. Quit using this political term that has no meaning, that does you no good. Next up, we show how the modern sporting rifle is used in competition, and we show how to get the most out of your MSR by choosing the right ammo.